Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. and today we're gonna do some creepy stalkers caught on camera. Now, 4. Those of you who aren't subscribed and are watching this video, we are so close to my 500 subscriber goal. So close. We are, what, 6 away? I believe, at this point while I'm filming. Come on, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to help a man out. Ladies and gentlemen, we gonna get right into it. This is 30 creepiest stalkers ever caught on camera. Are you guys ready? Of course you're ready. Let's go.
Imagine you're relaxing on the beach, enjoying the lovely view. The smell of the ocean, the sound of the waves, and all the other great things that come with the experience. And suddenly, you realize you're being watched. That was the case with this woman here. She was attempting to read her book and realized she was being watched by a creepy man. You could be thinking, it's the beach. It's a public space. Although that's true, would you agree it's a bit odd that the woman moved and shortly after, so did the man? Seems fishy to me.
I was trying to read a book on the beach and I noticed someone staring at me. I thought I could be imagining, but I decided to get up and move to a different area anyway. And he conveniently decided to move there too.
She decided the weather wasn't great and it was best to go home. She used an app called Invisaware to talk to an agent. In an emergency like this, they can access your live location. This isn't a sponsor, but this app can indeed be useful.
What is this app?
To talk to an agent. In an emergency like this.
What does... I don't know how... This is one where I don't know what the situation is. I don't know how this app helps.
They can access your live location. This isn't a sponsor, but this app can indeed be useful. Years ago, I posted clips of gang stalking, which sparked many debates in the comments. Some believe it's a real thing, while others...
Gang stalking is a situation I will never understand. Gang stalking is such a bizarre mental situation that my brain will never be able to figure it out.
Believe it's simply paranoia. The definition of gang stalking found on Google is a different experience of repeated harassment, which instead comes from multiple people who organize around a shared purpose with no one person solely responsible. A woman filming on the bus feels like she's being gang stalked by passengers on the bus. You could make the case that they're riding the bus like anyone else would. Or is there a secret agenda we don't know about? Let me know what you think of gang stalking down.
That's a whole thing I'd want to get into. That'd be one where I'd have to have a whole video to talk about, because that's its own freaking situation that's insane to think about.
Below. What's scarier than being followed, being tracked? A man was being followed by another man in a red vehicle. To make matters worse, the strange man in the red vehicle left what appears to be a tracker on the vehicle of his potential victim. It wasn't a great job at placing the supposed tracker in a hidden location, but nonetheless, the stalker did one last circle around like the creep he is. The man recording decided to get in his vehicle to stalk the stalker, perhaps to get a description for the police. The stalker got away and was never seen again. Guess stalking isn't so fun when the tables are turned, huh? You might have heard someone use the term walk in the park regarding something that's easy. That's because a walk in the park is meant to mean something easygoing. However, it was anything but that for this woman who was followed by a strange man. Listen as she explains the situation that'll surely send chills.
Because I'm about to say, a man walking in a park at this moment isn't stalking. A woman walking and a man walking, both in a park, does not equal stalking. I have to know, there has to be more to it.
Chills down your spine.
Hey guys, so I'm at my local park. I'm like 99% sure that this guy's following me. He's made like the same like 2 or 3 turns that I have, and I'm just not sure like what's going on. This is like the 4th left turn that I've made, and he's most definitely following me. And I'm like fairly certain that he's taking pictures of me.
She stated how the man followed her in spite.
Okay, so she's taking like 3 or 4 turns and that goes on. Okay, that's more weird. if you listen, taking same terms, I've done that. I've had that happen where I was behind a woman walking on the street, and we just happened to be going the same area somewhat, so we kept I turned one way, and and then it just happened to be I was going the same way, so it kind of looks weird. But like I never had it where I went 3 or 4 different times around the same person. That one's weirder. 3 or 4 different times you follow someone down a park, especially if there's multiple different options. It looks a little weird. I'll give them that.
Of several turns, all while taking pictures of her. She decided enough was enough and confronted the sick individual. Watch this.
This is honestly so scary. He's for sure following me. I'm gonna have to confront him. Hey, are you following me?
No, I swear I'm not.
The man initially made a very poor attempt to hide himself before completely running away.
Hey, are you following me?
No, I swear I'm not.
No, I know you are. You've been following me this whole time. Hey, I can still see you.
Kudos to the brave.
My man, you couldn't even make yourself look non-suspicious. Instead, you made yourself look worse. How did you react so horribly? You have this comedic sitcom reaction of just being like, duh, and then ran and hid behind a bush, and then she was like, I can see you because you're not hidden, and you just like, shit, and then kept. That was almost cartoonish. That was almost a cartoonish reaction.
Brave woman for standing up for herself. No one ever.
That is dangerous also to be doing. Since them two are the only two there, that is dangerous to do. Okay? That is actually dangerous to do. I'm not saying don't do it, but what I would say, if you're going in a park, if you're in a forest, it's like a trail type thing, that's a different story. That one's a bit more tougher. But if you're in a like a thing, make it so you're around people before you confront him. Because being by yourself, that is you're putting yourself in a little bit of a dangerous position. Now she kept herself a bit distance away, so it probably benefited her there. But yeah, be cautious when you go to confront someone like that. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying think about your surroundings before you do.
Ever anticipates it happening to them. You live in the same neighborhood for years, traverse the familiar streets daily, and rarely feel threatened. However, danger can sometimes emerge from the most
This one we've seen before.
unexpected quarters, lying in wait for an opportune moment to strike. One woman learned this sobering lesson through a painful experience. She was walking home like any other night when her assailant launched his attack. He had been clandestinely observing her, patiently biding his time for the ideal moment to pounce. What's particularly unsettling is the calculated nature of this assault.
Yep.
The man had been monitoring her for an extended period, gaining an intimate understanding of her daily routine. He even went so far as to remove his shoes to move in near silence, ensuring she wouldn't hear him approach, and when she least expected it, he executed his plan. In the end, we can't control the actions of others, but we can take measures to safeguard our own well-being. Don't let familiarity breed complacency.
I was gonna say, always be aware of your surroundings. Always be on guard. Never let yourself be never not be looking around, right? Never not be just in your own mind. Don't ever not be looking around you, because you never know what can happen.
Remain vigilant, stay prepared, and prioritize your safety.
Yep. Agreed.
In this video, a woman is walking the streets of New York late at night and noticed another woman was being crept on. She was initially hesitant to intervene, but eventually she mustered up the courage to lend a helping hand. You won't believe what happened next.
Okay guys, I don't normally film these type of videos, but like, I see this girl over there across the street. I'm literally by my car, about to go out, and she looks really uncomfortable. I don't know, should I go somewhere? It's like really late at night. Okay, I'm from New York, I'm gonna go. I girls supporting girls. Do y'all see? Nah. Okay, I'm just gonna close it. Hey girls, wait for you in the car. What? Oh, who's this? Talking to her about what? What? Well, we gotta go. Do I know him though? I don't think I'm gonna get to know him. Let's go. Bye! Let's go. Can you reply? Yes, please. Okay, let's go.
The man sounded
What? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Someone, this was the video I believe someone brought up that probably is fake. I believe them. Okay? I believe them. It's probably fake. But the message behind it is still there. Don't avoid, if you look at someone and you see there's some uncomfortableness and the guy looks kind of weird and you kind of don't know about the situation, don't be afraid to get involved and ask if everything's okay. Just make sure everything's good, you know. Don't feel like it's not your job, because that person could end up in a worse situation that could be prevented.
shook and was at a loss for words before the girl runs off. What a great display of bravery shown here. It's like I always say at the end of the videos. Stay vigilant, friends. However, this ain't the end. We have more crazy stalkers coming up you won't believe. Has there ever been an instance where you purchased something and felt like you were being watched? That's exactly what happened to this Long Island woman.
Look at her, give her a look actually, and she put her camera in her pocket.
This woman was assisting her disabled son getting into their van when she noticed another woman recording them from a distance. Little did she know, this was merely the inception of her nightmare. As she maneuvered her van into the driveway and commenced aiding her son in getting inside their house, a gold car suddenly pulled up, and a man hastily emerged from the passenger side.
Into the back of the car and very quickly and effortlessly just breaks open the back window, takes out the Louis Vuitton bag.
In a matter of seconds, he shattered the rear window of the car, seized her brand new bag, and hastily fled into the night. However, the truly alarming revelation was that the surveillance footage unveiled a more sinister truth. These criminals had been surveilling her for an extended period, far longer than she had realized. They had tailed her all the way from the store to her residence. It remains unknown how long they had been lurking in the shadows, biding their time for the precise moment to attack.
Came to our house to do it.
To think you are that desperate for an item that you follow a vehicle just to get one thing. One thing. Like, get a life? That's all I can say, get a life.
Like, you never see that. You think it would just happen at the store.
Police aimed to leverage the footage to bring these criminals to justice. For this woman, the aftermath of a seemingly routine shopping trip has undoubtedly left an indelible mark. A simple purchase turning into a harrowing nightmare. It serves as a stark reminder that we can never be too cautious about who might be watching. In this video by Inside Edition, posted on May 19th of 2021, an 11-year-old girl was waiting for the bus before a scary man pulled over, got out of his vehicle, and attempted to abduct her. The girl was able to fight the stalker off and even managed to take the man down. The creepy man then fled the scene. The girl's mother stated that the man had approached her at the bus stop 2 weeks prior. The creep, Jared Stenga, would be arrested, and you'll just have to listen to how the police found him. Keep watching, because you won't believe this.
Deputies say they located the man's vehicle, which had been freshly painted at a home nearby, but the clincher cops say the man had blue slime on his arm. Slime is the sticky, putty-like substance that's incredibly popular with kids, and cops say the girl had been playing with blue slime at the time of the attack.
Cool enough, Inside Edition demonstrated how kids can fend off kidnappers. Teach your kids how to defend themselves, because you never know if this will be your kid. Stay tuned for our next pick that will leave you feeling disturbed. This surveillance footage took Korea by storm in May of 2019, when a woman came home and was followed by a stalker who tried to follow her in, but the woman closed the door just in.
This insanity, this one. The little girl one, yeah, that's one where you need to, never always teach your kids to defend themselves. Right? Always teach your kids to defend themselves in every situation. Just because you never know what can happen.
Time. The creepy man was trying to get in, but the woman wisely locked the door. As he was looking around, the man noticed the security cameras, so he tried to keep his head down. The following day, the stalker turned himself in to the police. Who knows what would have happened had that woman not closed her door? I'm glad we'll never know. Keep watching, because our next pick is crazy. I know this isn't CCTV footage, but I had to include it.
I'm going to assume this is, this is a compilation thing, right? So I feel like this is just a mixture of videos, because that opening line makes no sense compared to anything else on this video, so...
Global News posted this video on May 19th of 2021 of Jamie Coots filming herself being followed by a creepy man in a mask.
Feel about 2 feet behind me that someone was there, and so I actually just stepped off the path to let them pass, but they didn't.
Coots stated the man did not...
See, I'm a guy to see that you couldn't work with me. See, if I let you out of the way and you stop too, then me and you have a conversation. Because clearly, you want something to do with me. You want something from me. So, we can have a chat. She obviously can't do that. This guy's probably bigger than her. Or more dangerous to her. But to me... Fuck it, I guess. Don't do what I do. Don't be me. You don't at all in any scenario do what I do. Just don't.
Not care at all that he was being filmed, and was following her for several blocks before...
I will say it, Lily does not seem to... Hey! Because he notices that he's being filmed. He knows it. He does not care at all.
Do you mind if I sit with you guys? This guy's literally been following me in circles for like 40 minutes, and I've been recording it.
Some brave skaters confronted the stalker and scared him away, which was actually awesome of them. I'm glad Jamie wasn't harmed and everything worked out in the end. If you're enjoying the video,
that is what you should do, ladies and gentlemen. In these scenarios, if someone someone says, hey, I'm being followed, do that thing, and then you confront the guy. Make sure the woman's safe, you confront the guy. I guarantee you the guy don't want to talk to you. The guy will walk away. He will not want to talk to you at all. He'll walk away like that.
Don't forget to drop a like and hit that subscribe button and turn on post bell notifications so you never miss an upload. Published by...
I will say that was one hell of a first act shot. That was right in the cojones. That didn't look good.
12 News on July 17th of 2019. A teenage boy was followed to his Awatuki home. Across the street was a red Toyota pickup truck. Moments after the boy entered his home, the scary man pulled into his driveway, got out, and attempted to enter his home. The man noticed the security camera and left. Police blurred out his face and claimed there was no crime committed.
Police! 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 What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? This man just tried to enter another man's home. Another person's home. How is that not a crime? What? Explain how... Listen, if someone's walking down the street stalking someone, that's okay, fine. If they call the police somewhat, you can't really do anything. How does a random stranger pulling up into a house trying to open the door to get into someone's random house not a crime? And how are you protecting them? You know the... Okay, you know him. This is someone I bet you that knows the police well. I don't mean as a criminal, I bet he's like friends with most of the police, that's why. Trying to protect his identity. Trying to keep him... You'll know who he is. The truck's identifiable. They'll know who it is. Also, here's a thought for you. Right? Ring doorbell. People own the house. You upload the footage. Don't hide his identity. You upload the footage. Don't give it to just police. You upload it. Because clearly, the police don't want to help you. You identify who he is. You put his face out.
Attempted home invasion isn't a crime?
Right! Right! I'm saying that's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! How has no crime been identified? He broke into us. Oh, I'm sorry, what, you stabbed him? Yeah, that's not a crime. You see, that's not a crime. That's not a crime because he didn't walk over to us and tell us he stabbed her, so it's not a crime. He didn't break into us, yeah, but he didn't actually get into, see, he attempted. He attempted. But see, to us lazy police officers, see, if you don't, if you did not break into your house, destroy everything, and set the whole place on fire, you didn't commit a crime. I'm telling y'all, I really don't want to shit on police, but it's not, I keep giving reasons too.
Apparently attempted home invasion isn't a crime. Who knew?
If someone looked at me and saw, I swear to God, I get arrested. I would get arrested. Because if someone walked over, if the officer walked over to me, I showed him that footage, said no crime would be committed, I'd smack him. I'd smack him. I wouldn't be able to resist. If someone attempted to break into my house, and they looked at me and said no crime has been committed, I'd smack him. I'd straight smack him. I wouldn't be able to resist. It would be like an urge I could not control. Because they say no crime, it would just happen. It would happen in a second. I wouldn't be able to think. I'd get arrested. I'd get arrested because I wouldn't be able to think twice on it.
In this video by Eyewitness News ABC7NY, posted on October 6th of 2021, a woman was coming home from work, but was followed home by...
This guy is insane. Like, he is running to try to get into this chick's house. Like, that's insane.
A scary man.
Video is terrifying.
Look at this. BAM!
It was just a matter of seconds.
He was literally like 1 second from going inside.
He tried to get in, but the woman closed the door in the nick of time. The man had apparently followed her home from work.
He followed me inside the building and he said miss twice.
She describes the horrifying moment seen in this video as the suspect accesses the lobby. Seconds later, the woman knew he was around the corner and she quickly tried to open her apartment lock. Her instincts spot on. He came right after her, determined to get inside.
I came inside and then...
I cannot believe he's actually asking this chick to open up the door. I cannot believe the gall on this guy to actually ask the chick to open up the door. That is insane. That is actually insane. My brain is in disbelief that someone would actually have the gall to try to run up to someone's door right before they do, and when they close the door and lock it, because they don't, then you actually have the gall to say open up the door. How dare you?
Right away, I just screamed, somebody's following me. Like, he was literally 1 second from coming inside.
As she watches this video, she knows she was very lucky.
Lucky by like a millisecond.
I was saying, what if I had the top door locked? What if, like, it was literally just 1 second. If I had the top lock, he could have gotten me.
Good thing her instincts kicked in and she locked that door fast. Make sure you watch your back when you're walking home, especially at 2 a.m.
More especially if you're a chick. There's a reason why guys don't deal with many stalkers. I'm not saying it don't happen. There's a reason why guys are not the ones usually dealing with stalkers. Because other guys know that if you try to stalk a man, and the man did thing, the man will whoop you. A child's different, right? But like, you'll rarely ever see this case of a man stalking another grown man. Because the other grown man might whoop your ass. Whoop the stalker's ass, right? They don't hesitate. So.
Cold night at 9 p.m. A man in a hoodie can be seen standing outside a home. The man recording stated that this man stood there for a full minute, following his sister home every night, and then just watches her.
This guy has been stalking my sister for months. He stood out here for a full minute. This is the behavior my sister has told me about. He follows her home when she gets here from work. then stands and watches her.
The man then walked away, but was said to be at their door.
After working up the courage, I guess. He walks up 3 flights of stairs and is outside my door.
I couldn't find a follow-up video. All we can do is hope that this isn't going on anymore.
Man getting beaten up. Man is getting beaten up. Man's gonna come over. Man's gonna be. Then my sister will be like, get in the room. Get in your room. Lock all windows. Lock everything. Make sure you can't get in. The man comes over to my door. I'm gonna open that door and say, can I damn help you? And you better have a good reason to be here before I beat your ass.
Connor Harmon uploaded this TikTok of a creepy stalker who followed him onto a train. He knew all sorts of information about him, such as his place of work.
She doesn't know you. Where'd you know me from then?
Where you went before.
Says the area I work in.
What have you been doing there? Fuck. Where'd I work?
Says exactly where I work.
The comments all didn't get a good vibe from the strange man, and I don't either.
No, I'd kiss you.
Do it then. Don't speak too soon. Go on, do it then. Do it in touch words.
Well, I can't right now. I've got a girlfriend now.
Connor, if you're seeing this, be careful. As a student.
See, this guy's too nice. That'd be weird. The moment you say where I work and where I came from and all that, you better have a damn good reason why you won't. That'd be way weird. You ain't gonna talk. I'd be done talking to you. I was on a train recently. I ain't talking to a soul. Didn't talk to a human being that I didn't know. That happened.
You might believe that you have limited means to protect yourself. However, the reality is that you possess more agency than you may realize. Take, for instance, this courageous young woman who narrowly evaded a harrowing encounter with a disconcerting older man, despite her age.
He said he was looking for his dog, and he sounded really worried, so he asked me if I seen it, and I said no, but then he kept repeating the question.
The man had been tailing her home after school, and it didn't stop him from approaching her. In spite cameras having visuals of the creep's vehicle, the man was nowhere to be seen.
I was really freaked out. It's creepy.
He brazenly offered her money to accompany him to his car, a proposition that would send shivers down anyone's spine.
If someone went to me and said, hey, I'll give you money if you'll walk to my car, I said, I don't need money that badly, dude. I don't need money that badly. No. You weird, creepy old bastard, get away from me.
However, this girl displayed remarkable quick thinking and knew precisely how to safeguard herself. She provided the authorities with ample information.
I will admit, that is great memory. That is a great memory to have. Remember everything. Hispanic male in the 40s. He had a brown/tan/gold Chevy truck, 4-door extended cab, and a construction materials and truck bed. That is great memory. That is smart move by this thing. Make sure if a guy's calling you and he's kind of being weird, man, make sure you try to remember as much as you can about the guy and the vehicle and everything. That way he doesn't, that way you can't, when afterwards you have something to tell police and you have a way to get around the situation. Because if you don't remember a goddamn thing, police can't really do much.
While ensuring her own safety in the process. When it comes to the concept of stranger danger, it's consistently better to err on the side of caution. Remember, stranger danger is a real concern, and it's always prudent to instill in children the knowledge and strategies they need to protect themselves. Lispy Jimmy, a well-known YouTuber and streamer with a dedicated following, found himself in a rather unsettling situation when an uninvited guest showed up to his house at 3 a.m. Instead of feeling flattered, he was understandably alarmed by this unexpected intrusion.
I don't know what to do. I don't know if this is a fan or not.
In this unnerving situation, Jimmy faced a dilemma. He's understandably reluctant to venture outside and risk a potential confrontation, but he's also determined to capture this uninvited person on camera as evidence. With a mix of caution and curiosity, he carefully opens the door and starts scanning his yard. Initially, nothing seemed out of place, but then, in the dim light of the night, he catches a glimpse of movement across the street. sparking his attention. The situation becomes even more unsettling as Jimmy spots a tall man who appears to be in distress, pacing in circles for no apparent reason. This eerie sight prompts Jimmy to quickly retreat back into his house, where he and his girlfriend check and double-check all the locks, consumed by a sense of unease. Throughout the video, they remain on edge, pondering whether there might be an intruder inside their home. Every little noise sets them on edge, and they anxiously await daylight. As for whether the video could be staged, or a genuine encounter from a fan or stranger, it's hard to prove one way or the other. Without more concrete evidence, it remains a mystery, leaving...
Yeah, that's one part. Something like this, there were honestly people who were fake being stalked to get views and attention, which is really sad. Really sad. Like, why the hell would you do that? What the fuck?
Room for various interpretations and speculations about the encounter. It started out as an ordinary day for Kiana Mays and her son as they entered their apartment building. Little did she know, danger was lurking just behind her. A man with a weapon concealed in his waistband followed her inside, ready to strike. However, fate had a different plan for this would-be attacker. As he followed Kiana, he noticed a ring camera across the hall. Suddenly, his eyes widened in realization. He had been caught on camera. It's difficult to imagine what could have happened if not for that camera. The attacker had been waiting in the parking lot, stalking his prey. This was a calculated attack, and Kiana was fortunate to have been saved by technology. Kiana shared the video on social media, issuing a warning to others to be vigilant and aware of their surroundings. She never expected it to go viral, but it did. People were shocked and frightened to see how easy someone could have been harmed, or worse. It serves as a stark reminder that we live in a world where danger can lurk around any corner. However, it's also a reminder that we have the power to protect ourselves, thanks to modern technology like doorbell cameras. Having loving and caring parents is a virtue, as this clip proves. A man had been following a woman for some time, but little did he know, this time, her father would be waiting. Watch as he's confronted.
What are you doing now? You keep coming up here. Like, you see me, like... Yeah, but you see me come on the elevator and watch me get on the elevator and came up here. Like, I don't... Okay, well... Please go about your day.
Comments were concerned about the door being shut as the father went out to confront the man, in case something terrible happened. Was there a better way to go about this? Let me know.
The door being shut did throw me off. It did make me question it. Because you wouldn't do that, right? If someone was stopping me and one of my family members went to go confront him, I would not close the door so I don't think. I'd open the door and I want the door fully open. Because I don't want to make sure I see what happens. So that's a little suspicious to me.
Although Amazon is taking over, malls can still be a nice time.
I do like malls. I have a mall in my place. In my city. I ain't going to it. I ain't gonna film in it. Because I have a lot of weird people who would probably get all mad and pissy if they got caught on camera.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case here. Uploaded to the channel Emma and Ellie's Family on June 3rd, 2022, while shopping, they were followed by a group of creepy men. The encounter wasn't caught on camera, however. Take a look.
So, me and Ellie have been followed by these group of boys the whole time that we have gotten here. So one of them asked for my Snap in H&M, and I was like, I already have a boyfriend, like, sorry. And so I was like, thanks, whatever. So I first turned him down, and then we see them in what store next? PacSun. They come in PacSun. Then we leave. Then they come in the next store, which was Lulu, and they were just waiting outside until we were done checking out. And he was like, he didn't realize that he was asking you, and we're big fans. So we were like, can we get a picture? And Ellie got in it too, and he was like, can you throw up fours? which is just like you hold up 4 fingers. And I was like, sure, why not?
From what I've gathered, nothing crazy happened, and that's a good thing.
What's hilarious is this is a thing that actually happened. That is a thing I could actually believe. A group of guys, weird little fucking boys, teenagers, something like that, just stalking and following chicks they want to get with around. 100% could believe they do that, especially in a mall. Oh yeah, there's some weird people I've seen inside a mall. Yeah.
Alma is supposed to be the safest place imaginable, a haven for relaxation, unwinding, and a sense of security. However, what if your home, the very place that should be a sanctuary, becomes a target for criminals? This nightmare became a stark reality for 2 men who were robbed just outside their front door. As they were approaching their home, 4 men suddenly emerged from the shadows, launching a terrifying attack that shattered their sense of security, leaving them feeling exposed and vulnerable. I'm
about to say, literally in that scenario, you just give in and let them take their That's just what you do in this situation, especially 4 guys and you're one, yeah.
The entire incident was captured on camera, and the footage is undeniably chilling. You can see the 2 victims walking towards their home, completely unaware of the imminent danger lurking behind them. Out of nowhere, 4 armed men sprint up from behind, brandishing guns and demanding their valuables. This is a scene that could potentially unfold for anyone, anywhere. The home is meant to be a sanctuary, a place where we can let our guard down and feel safe. However, when that sense of safety vaporizes, we must take action to ensure our homes and our neighborhoods remain secure. Let this serve as a stark reminder that even in the supposed safety of our own homes, we are never entirely immune to threats. Walking home from any place, whether it be work or school, should be an easy and normal routine, right? But what if you and your young one were walking home and upon arriving, you discover
Oh my god, look at this weird bastard. Talk about creepy bastard. Jesus. This man's existence was meant to be. This man was made to be creepy. This old guy was meant to be creepy. There was no way he's not. This is one creepy ass person.
You were being followed. The woman and her daughter walked up to their door, and the stalker opened the gate as if it were his own property and pursued the women. Luckily, their neighbor was outside and confronted the stalker, prompting him to flee the scene. That neighbor will go down as a hero to those girls, and rightfully so. That guy is the GOAT. We need more men like this in the world. If it weren't for him, who knows what would have happened? I know it wouldn't have been good.
Yeah, this is a case also. Yeah, I would have been doing something, because if I knew she didn't know him, he started wondering, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing following this chick up the steps? Get the fuck out of here.
Stalking,
I would love to hear the audio of that one. That's one I'd love to hear the audio of.
Is an epidemic. Normally it happens to teens and young adults. But parents, it's important to be aware that this can also happen to your young ones, regardless of their age. Of course, this video is to educate viewers on exactly that. Example being, a 55-year-old Florida man was accused of stalking a little girl and saying inappropriate things I can't repeat due to guidelines. What I can say is, the parent's side was heard, and the creep was given a chance to give his side and refused.
I can barely hear you. Can you speak up? I hear you talking, but I can't understand you. Can you speak up?
As a result, he was detained. Police walked him out in handcuffs. Listen, as the man is more concerned about his door than the fact that he's going to jail.
You got anything on you? I need to. I make sure my door is secured. Locked. We will secure it. I need to make sure. I will make sure. Who are you? Are you the sergeant? I am the sergeant. Go get your car.
He makes demands such as his Skechers and believes he's in control in spite of being in cuffs. He clearly doesn't understand, so the officer explains the charges.
No, I want my Skechers, please. I want my Skechers. I want my Skechers. Listen, we played this game with you yesterday. Okay? There's two sides to every story. There is. You haven't heard the other side of the
You will
story.
have your day in court. But you had your opportunity to tell your side of the story yesterday, and you didn't.
There are indeed two sides to a story. However, people don't just go around accusing people of the things you were accused of.
What's the bond about? $5,000. Aggravated stalking. What can argue? We're not going to discuss that charge.
This is a guy clearly just thinks he can do whatever, say whatever. Thinks he's always in control of every situation, even though he's clearly not. I mean, the guy's truck is on his lawn. Like... Oh, it's the police car speak. The police drove up onto this man's lawn. That's even weirder. Why did the police truck just drive on this man's lawn? I didn't even realize it was his truck that the lights moving. What the hell? But yeah, this guy deserves to go to jail.
Really want to make a point of emphasis. Do what the young girl's parents did if you feel your young ones are in danger. Notify the police. We see a...
I could see why people don't want to call the police when it comes to stalking thing, because police still don't take stalking seriously. Hell, we saw one earlier where someone walk into someone's house isn't a crime. So I can see why people don't call police.
The Wisconsin man detained by half a dozen police officers. What do you think he did? What if I told you absolutely nothing? That's right. Patrick Tomlinson was in cuffs due to a 911 call falsely accusing him of murdering his wife.
Half a dozen police officers.
How does that even happen? How do you make that false confession? Wait a minute, did you not? So what was the... Hold on. Wait a minute, so you just okay, I get why you arrested, but you didn't look in, like... Well, like, you murdered your wife. You clearly murdered your wife. Your wife just steps out. What the frick is going on? You're supposed to be murdered. That's what we were told. Well, not, like...
Officers with shotguns, pistols drawn, assault rifles, all pointed at my face.
Someone had called 911 falsely reporting that the homeowner, Patrick Tomlinson, had just killed his wife, Nikki, all to bring a massive police response with the SWAT team.
The couple received menacing voicemails and emails from a stalker, which I can't show here.
It only gets worse for you. Then your wife has disappeared, followed by your mother-in-law. Then I delight in torturing you.
They were also being stalked on business trips, claiming their stalker showed up later and recreates the image. So, what caused all this? Why such burning hatred? Well, as ridiculous as it may sound, it's true. Tomlinson put out a tweet that he didn't find a particular SNL skit funny, which is understandable. There's even a tweet with a picture of an officer demanding Tomlinson admit that the comedian is funny. These swatting calls are still happening, which is insane to think about. It's important to know that not everyone is gonna have the same opinion as you. If you don't like someone's opinion, just move on. It's not that serious. These cyberstalking...
This is what not 100% right. Until this world needs to come to the realization. Every human being needs to come to the realization that not everyone is going to have the same opinion as you, and just because they don't doesn't give you the right to be an obnoxious asshole. This case is insane levels of patheticness when it comes to not being happy with someone not agreeing with you. But this scenario, where someone, not knowing this scenario, the amount of people who get so pissy and bitchy and so obnoxiously angry because you don't have the same opinion as them is insane to the levels I have ever seen. Like, get the fuck over yourselves.
Cults need to get a life.
Agreed!
One major concern with stalking is that nothing can be done until the stalker does something awful. Stalking laws are not strict enough, and it should...
Agreed! I agree with this completely. That is 100% correct. The law has made it so ridiculous with stalking that pretty much it doesn't get involved until you die. You have to be you have to be killed, assaulted, Even assaulting might not be the case, because they might just fucking nothing we can do. You pretty much have to die from a stalker in order for them to do anything. I hate hearing stories of someone of a stalk cases, where the thing could have been ended oh so long ago if the police just did their jobs.
Shows here, 22-year-old Juan is accused of fatally wounding a 22-year-old woman with a gun. The victim expressed concerns months prior, but nothing was done. A witness saw the entire thing unfold. Listen to the description of the terrifying scene.
There's no words, no nothing. She yelled out when he hit her with the first shot.
Terrell says he'd already seen the suspect circling the neighborhood before trapping Esqueda.
I didn't see his car for a while, but he came back down this roadway side and pulled in right behind her and just jammed her up inside the parking spot where she couldn't get out.
The suspect tried hiding nearby and was caught. This would not be his first time being arrested. What's your take on stalking laws? What can they do to prevent tragic situations like this from happening? Either way, this is a terrible and completely avoidable incident. Condolences to the victim and her family.
Agreed. Condolences to them, and there's a lot that needs to be done when it comes to stalking, and the people need to take it more seriously, and the law needs to take it more seriously to stop incidents like that from being happening. People should not be killed, or the stalker should not have to be killed for this to stop. Victims should not feel like they can't do anything, feel helpless because of stalkers just because the law doesn't want to do anything. That should not be the case. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all for the next one.